When do these come in conflict? And what does a man of God or man have to do with his mom and his wife? And what matters they would be in? Do you not remember Christ saying, "Woman, what do I have to do with you? My hour has not yet come"? It means that once you're married off, because this happens at a wedding, once you're married off and so forth, you should be dying for the truth, guarding your wife as a cover. And therefore, if your mother comes to you, what does she have to do with you? And clearly, you can understand why this is, because we're made to die for every word that we say. But we don't call women to the same because it's okay for them to lie to children sometimes, you see. Not that it's okay, but it can be beneficial. That will kill you, don't do that. Trying to shock them into scare, into fear, so that they will listen. And therefore, mothers also playing pretend and so forth to exercise the child's brain. And therefore, the mother has a different vocabulary than the sons, for the sons are made to be men and the women are made to be women. But when you don't have this in a culture and you make it all about Beelzebub, well, then you have a breakdown in the society itself. And therefore you have girls thinking they're men, and well, they are, if that was what men were, that talked about the same things that Mama and his wife did, which is the point in which I'm making here is the same point in which Christ was making. What would he have to do in between these two subjects? He should be on a different side of the fence, guarding the wall, and not on the fence, looking in, talking with the wife and the mom. So, I mean, but if you must choose which one would die, like say bullet was coming, whatever, it should be your wife that you choose, because your mom has already lived her life. And it should really be you before both of them. But it definitely should go your wife, your mom, and then you. So your wife always has to go first. The queen is always to the first. But then again, if you have a wife that's sensible, she's going to say throw her in front of your mom. And so therefore you kind of have, well, you know how it goes, because the young are supposed to be the ones for the battle, so they die for the elderly and so forth and so on. So if your wife is sensible there, well, then that just becomes complicated. But then these be what if questions. Well, what if bullfrogs had wings and they wouldn't bump their ass every time they jumped and they land on the ground? That's what Grandma used to say. And what do I have to do with what Grandma talks about? I'm a man of war. I'm an apostle. So I'm a saint. So my point, I'm a father. I'm a husband, a brother, a son. So my point is to be on the other side of the fence while they get to cozily talk about stupid shit all day long, and I have to die for every word that I say, preach, or teach. Otherwise, I'll be judged for them and go to hell. And that's how you don't get judged. You give a life offering behind every word. And so he doesn't have anything to do with his mother because, well, it's women's opinions that kill him, and it's her that buries him. So your mom should really only be seeing you when you're buried.